Right now at noon, Dane County officials are allowing more parishioners to gather in churches. We'll tell you about the changes. And protests continue nationwide, demanding police reform. We'll have the latest from Minneapolis, where lawmakers are discussing the future of its police department.
This is News 3 Now at noon.
Good afternoon. First at noon, Public Health of Madison and Dane County says they are increasing the amount of parishioners that can gather at church services in the county. Officials say that churches can now have services up to 25% of their capacity. The previous order said only 50 parishioners could gather per service. They're making the change in response following a letter from lawyers that were representing the Catholic Diocese of Madison. County Executive Joe Parisi said that not spending tens of thousands of dollars on costly legal proceedings will enable the county to continue its work in providing needs to families affected by the virus. Parisi went on to say, while the request of the Catholic Bishop of Madison raises a legal gray area, the public health science is here, anything but unclear. COVID-19 is here, infecting more people every day, and minimizing contact in large group settings is an incredibly effective approach to staying healthy. Dane County remains in phase 1 of the Forward Dane Plan. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Meteorologist Chris Reese, a look at your first warn forecast. The humidity has returned.
That is indeed the case. I'm going to show you dew points out there in just a second. We were watching radar earlier on simply because we had some showers moving in from the north and west. A lot of those have fallen apart, but we're still going to be paying close attention to see if anything has an opportunity to pop up. So we have some cloud cover out there. This is all ahead of a cold front that is sweeping through right now. The way to tell that is the wind direction. So right in here, we start to see where those winds go from southwesterly to northwesterly, and temperatures are cooler up there, but once we see the drier air and more sunshine, we're still going to warm up a couple more degrees here in Madison. Check out the dew points, though. They're in the upper 60s, and some spots those dew points are into the low 70s. With that being said, it's beyond bad hair day. It's just uncomfortable outside as you step out. Eventually, that clears out later on this evening. We have a beautiful weekend shaping up for us here in South Central Wisconsin. You don't want to miss that forecast.
I can't wait to hear about it. Thank you, Chris. A pickup driver is dead following a crash with a tractor in Juneau County. Deputies say it happened just before midnight on State Highway 33 near Bass Road in the township of Waniwak. Officials say the pickup truck tried to pass 2 tractors, but the truck hit the second tractor. The pickup truck driver was sent to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The tractor drivers were not injured. The crash remains under investigation. The Minneapolis City Council holds an emergency meeting today to discuss changes to the city's police department following the death of George Floyd as more protests continue nationwide. We want to warn you, some of the material at the end of this story is graphic. Skylar Henry reports from Minneapolis.
Leaders in Dallas gathered to declare Friday George Floyd Remembrance Day and call for an end to racism.
We just want to be treated the same as everyone else.
The tribute comes a day after his family attended a large memorial service in Minneapolis.
He would stand up for any injustice everywhere. And, can y'all please say his name? Thank y'all.
Towards the end of the service, the crowd stood in silence for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. The amount of time fired police officer Derek Chauvin kneeled on Floyd's neck. 3 other former police officers charged with aiding in Floyd's murder made their first court appearance. Maurice Hall was in the car with Floyd the day he died. He says his friend was cooperative and had his hands over the steering wheel when he was pulled from the car.
You can then see the cop that was on my side of the vehicle leave to go help his partner. And that's when all the altercations took place. But I can hear Floyd saying, now, why are you guys doing this? I showed you my hands. I'm not resisting.
The Minneapolis City Council is holding an emergency meeting today to discuss changes to the city's police department in the wake of Floyd's death. Mostly peaceful protests continued overnight across the nation. In upstate New York, 2 police officers in Buffalo are suspended after video shows officers pushing a 75-year-old man during a rally. He falls to the ground and bleeds from the head as officers walk by. The elderly man is in the hospital. It was a different scene in Houston, where an officer comforted a little girl, telling her he's there to protect her. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Minneapolis.
And a public viewing for George Floyd is scheduled to be held tomorrow in North Carolina, where he was born. His funeral will be held on Tuesday in Houston, where he lived for most of his life. Plans are underway to remove an iconic and controversial monument that has stood in the former capital of the Confederacy for 130 years. The statue of General Robert E. Lee in Richmond, Virginia, has been a potent symbol of the Civil War, the Confederacy, and for many, racism and oppression. Yesterday, Governor Ralph Northam, who had his own racial controversy over a blackface photo, announced that the statue will be taken down. Some of the NFL's most prominent black players have released a video with a powerful message calling on the league to condemn racism.
On behalf of the National Football League,
this is what we, the players,
would like to hear you state.
We, the National Football League,
condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people.
We, the National Football League,
admit wrong and silencing our players from peacefully protesting.
We, the National Football League,
believe Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
The league did release a lengthy post on social media saying in part that it stands with the black community because Black Lives Matter. Meanwhile, Green Bay Packers players are making a $250,000 donation to Wisconsin causes that support social justice and racial equality. Packers president and CEO Mark Murphy says that he will also be donating an additional $250,000 to the cause. Wisconsin has surpassed 20,000 positive cases of coronavirus in the state. Right now, there are 20,023 cases and 627 deaths in Wisconsin. Wisconsin DHS says about 65% of those cases have recovered. For the first time since mid-March, New York City is reporting no new coronavirus deaths between Tuesday and Wednesday. But there are growing concerns about an increase in cases across the country as states reopen and protests continue. Dr. Aileen Marty is an infectious disease expert and says the spike in new cases is partly due to data dumps from testing labs, but that increased activity from relaxed stay-at-home rules is also in play.
Well, that's the bottom line. The guidelines only work if they're followed. And there's a lot of resistance to following some of the guidelines.
Last week, 24 states reported increases in their average new COVID-19 cases compared to 2 weeks earlier. On Thursday, that number fell to 17 states. Governor Tony Evers has ordered that the rainbow pride flag shall be flown over the east wing of the state capitol building starting today at 1 o'clock and ending at sunset on June 30th. Additionally, the order authorizes state buildings and any jurisdiction within the state of Wisconsin to fly the rainbow pride flag this month for the purposes of recognizing Pride Month. Well, there's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today, we're sharing a cookie recipe that's perfect all summer long. And the best part, besides the taste, is you don't even need to turn on your oven.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. And if you haven't tried Plexiderm, we've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-minute challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. Even the 11 lines between your eyes are visibly gone in minutes. Plexiderm works so well, makeup artists, celebrities in Hollywood, and even people across the country just like you look and feel years younger in minutes.
So I've had under-eye bags for a very long time, and it sucks. I have spent so much money on tons of eye creams, eye gels. Finally, I tried something called Plexiderm, and I'm not joking. It works. When I do a collage and everything is done, it looks amazing. That is exactly how Plexiderm makes me feel. I put it on my face, and somehow, some way, I look together, which is amazing. I'm Jackie, and I took the Plexiderm 10-minute challenge, and so should you.
I'm Neela. I'm 61 years old. I'm a professional personal trainer. It's so important to be in good health and to be fit and take care of yourself. How it makes you feel inside is amazing. And yet, when you look in the mirror, what you see necessarily isn't what you feel inside. Plexiderm, seriously, I look 20 years younger than I did before. And that's so super important because my whole life is about health, fitness, feeling good, and looking good. And first chance I really got to look how I feel inside. Honest to God, it's amazing. There's nothing there. Like, the bags are gone.
The The instant results are from naturally based silicates found in shale rock. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms, rapidly reducing the appearance of under-eye bags and wrinkles in minutes. So if under-eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, take action with the Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
Hi, I'm Brian from McGann Furniture in Baraboo. What does free mean? No cost, right? We've all seen ads about free things included with your purchase. Free carpet pad or installation with your carpet, free love seat with your sofa, 2 window blinds for the price of 1. But we know better, right? At McGann's, free means free. Free delivery and setup with purchases of $500 or more within 50 miles of Baraboo. Shop McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo. You'll be glad you did.
Trust us to get it right.
To keep you prepared
when severe weather is on the way
and your family's safety is on the line.
Our team and technology are ready to help you stay safe.
Trust the First Warn Weather Team on News 3 Now.
With the temperatures rising and the first official day of summer just weeks away, we thought it'd be a good idea to arm you with a cookie recipe that's perfect for when you feel like making something homemade, but you don't want to heat up your kitchen. If that sounds good to you, check this out. We start by melting some white chocolate chips with a bit of peanut butter in a saucepan. You want to do this over low heat and keep stirring it so it doesn't burn. Once it's smooth, we take it off the heat and let it cool slightly. After that, all we do is fold in some toasted rice cereal, lots of peanuts, and some mini marshmallows. We'll toss this until everything is evenly coated. Now, just like we would with traditional cookie dough, we spoon these onto a baking sheet that we lined with wax paper. We can put these pretty close together since they don't get baked, which means they don't spread. Doesn't get any easier than that. And talk about a treat for your taste buds. You have the creaminess of the marshmallows, the salty crunch of the nuts, and the crispy texture of the cereal, all rolled into every bite. I hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our no-bake cookie clusters so you can create some excitement in your kitchen without breaking a sweat. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a sweet no-baked way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Howard, thank you. There's more to come on News 3 Now at noon. Up next, another humid day. Meteorologist Chris Reese will tell us what's in store for the weekend ahead in your First Warn forecast.
The sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. Who says you have to pay thousands for one-of-a-kind furniture? Show your style with a custom sofa, now just $7.99 and ready for delivery in 3 weeks. Only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
1 in 9 Americans struggle with hunger, yet 40% of the food in America is wasted. The Kroger Company's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is working to help end hunger and food waste in neighborhoods across America. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohungerzerowastefoundation.org.
For years, iMart Express has provided quality eyewear and same-day service to your community. With sights set on the path forward, we continue to rally together to keep your future in focus. Get 2 pairs of single-vision glasses for under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives for under $80. We've implemented additional measures to ensure the safety of everyone that comes into our stores. We thank our local heroes for your dedication to our community. For more information, visit imartexpress.com.
Savor the simple of Kemp's Simply Crafted ice cream. No artificial flavors, no shortcuts, ever. Just fresh cream from family farms, crafted with loads of goodness. It's simply delicious. Kemp's, good comes around. Bring home more Simply Crafted magic, now in sandwiches and new flavors.
The sale of the summer is on now at Ashley Home Store. We've transferred hundreds of clearance items from our warehouse to our store to save you up to 90% off for this massive blowout event. Bring your truck and trailer for immediate pickup or delivery. These deals are too hot to miss. Ashley Home Store.
We've
Expect protests to continue this weekend, and we'll bring you the latest messages from activists here in Madison and across the country.
We're also continuing to track Wisconsin's path to reopening amid the pandemic.
We'll see you Saturday morning at 5 and 8.
Connect with News 3 Now on Facebook Messenger to create a personalized news feed just for you. The topics you want, the day's top stories, and push alerts for breaking news, all through Messenger. Learn more at channel3000.com.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Well, the latest jobs report throws a curveball to investors and the trials and tensions of parenting in a pandemic. Diane King Hall has more in today's Money Watch report.
A jobs report surprised. The job market showed some unexpected healing in May. According to the Labor Department, 2.5 million people were added back to payrolls, and the unemployment rate dropped to 13.3% from 14.7% in April. The improvement came amid a reopening of the U.S. economy. In some states, industries like leisure and hospitality and food and beverage services led the hiring. Stocks rallied once again in response to the jobs report. Investors have been betting on a quicker recovery of the economy as states and businesses begin to open back up. Shares of airlines continue to rise, and casino stocks moved higher as Las Vegas begins to reopen. AstraZeneca is aiming to mass produce its coronavirus vaccine in time for the fall. The pharmaceutical giant says it plans to produce 2 billion doses and will distribute the vaccine to the U.S. and U.K. beginning in September or October. It also plans to distribute 1 billion doses to low and middle income countries. Parental stress is high during the pandemic, according to a survey by Harris Poll conducted with the American Psychological Association. Parents with kids younger than age 18 are the most stressed. 46% of this group rates their stress level at least an 8 out of 10. A major source of stress is managing their child's distance learning. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. I'm Diane King Hall.
Diane, thank you. Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrials up 936 points. The NASDAQ up 216. The S&P 500 up 88. Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee out of the radio barn today, so here are your farm numbers. Here's Chris now with the weekend weather forecast.
Hey, Mark, we still have a little bit of cloud cover outside right now. This is all as a cold front continues to push through parts of Wisconsin. It's leading to that cloud cover. Temperatures, though, they're already into the upper 70s. Some of us are into the lower 80s. I expect low 80s to be where everyone eventually begins to top on out. 82 is where we're already at in Janesville. Boscobel, favorite city, they're already coming in at 82. It's typically a little bit warmer there when you're in that Wisconsin River Valley. 76 in the Dells, 78 in Madison. But one of the things that's going to happen is you can actually see where the cold front is. Notice how these winds here are coming out of the north and west. You work your way over towards Janesville, we're seeing winds that are coming out of the south and west. And I don't want to use temperature to recognize the cold front here simply because once the cloud cover clears out, we still have a shot at seeing low 80s as you work your way towards the north. But boy, is it humid. I was outside earlier today. I had to re-shower before I came came back on into work. You will feel the sweat factor as you're out there. Dew points are into the 60s. A lot of those dew points are going to be into the lower 70s at times, but they eventually clear out, especially as we head into tomorrow. Now, we did see some showers. Most of that shower activity is long gone and moved in from the north and west. Now that's pushing towards the south and east. It's been a dying, weak cold front pretty much this entire time, but this area of high pressure, that's starting to slide in, folks. That's what's going to make for really an incredible weekend. In fact, watch this. This is going through the rest of tonight into tomorrow. We see plenty of sunshine. There is one thing, a weak disturbance that'll come out of the Dakotas, but with the high pressure in control, the expectation is that that should fall apart before it even has the chance to reach us. We may see a few decorator clouds as we move into tomorrow evening. In the meantime, let's time out the rest of this afternoon. Already into the upper 70s, we'll top out to the low 80s. Notice how the cloud cover continues to clear out as we move into the afternoon. Here we are now overnight with the clearing skies, the lower humidity and winds that are going to relax. It'll be a fairly cool night. Look for mid and upper 50s pretty much all the way around southern Wisconsin. Then into tomorrow, we'll continue to see that sunshine. 73 by lunchtime. We'll top out right around 78 degrees. Already, though, you can see some of that cloud cover streaming in from that weak system, but there's no rain that's associated with that, so we're keeping the forecast dry for now. That being said, lakes are starting to open up. I've been paying attention to a lot of the lake beaches, Mendota and Monona. Some beaches are closed, but a lot of them are starting to open up. Waubesa and Ringra, all the beaches are closed there, but so far we're not seeing any issues with water conditions. Water temperatures are into the low 70s. In fact, one of my youth group kids jumped into the lake and told me it felt really good. So that's good news. Tomorrow will be a great lake day. Temperatures will be right around 78. We can say the same thing as we move into Sunday and perhaps even Monday as temperatures work their way close to 90 once again, but I want to point out what I'm watching with the temperatures dropping as we move towards next week. There's a tropical system in the Gulf right now known as Cristobal. It's possible that we get some of that moisture streaming northward as we head into Tuesday. Watch how this center of circulation really begins to interact with the cold front approaching the upper Midwest. That could lead to some heavy rainfall Tuesday and into Wednesday. There's still plenty of time to watch that, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you tropical systems really mess with forecasters because they often have a mind of their own. But it's possible that as we head towards early next week, we'll be looking for a heavy rain event here in upper Wisconsin, or the upper Midwest and parts of Wisconsin. We still have a long way to go, so I encourage you to enjoy that beautiful weather that we have in store for the rest of today and this weekend, even Monday. But we'll watch Tuesday and Wednesday closely. We'll keep you guys up to date on if you need to prepare for any heavy rain.
All right. It's always something around here, isn't it?
Always something. Really, other than that, this forecast would be so just incredibly quiet.
Yeah, the weekend looks great.
Yes, it does.
All right, Chris, thank you. Ahead on News 3 now at noon, how robotic dogs are helping fight the COVID-19 pandemic. That's after the break. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Let's face it, dark stains and algae buildup can rapidly age a roof. But Mad City Roofing has the solution with our high-performance premium roofing systems. We're Wisconsin's #1 ranked remodeler. Get durable roofing with Scotchguard protection to prevent stains and streaks for long-lasting beauty. Lots of colors and styles available and thousands of satisfied customers.
And then we just wanted something we didn't have to worry about again. And we've seen this at Mad City or that. We thought, wow, that's the way to go.
Plus, ask about durable metal roofing options for a lifetime of maintenance freedom. And now during our Raise the Roof event, 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. Call during this program and receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-338-0590. That's 608-338-0590. Call now and ask about Mad City's Do More discount. Good for additional savings on new windows, baths, and showers, even kitchen updates. Mad City is ready to go to work for you. And remember, for roofing that looks great and won't leak, we got you covered. From metal roofing that looks like traditional roofing to our high-performance premium roofing systems. They're impact resistant, stand up to high wind, and backed with the Emerald Pro lifetime warranty. Call Mad City Roofing now to eliminate those roofing problems for good, and now take advantage of our Raise the Roof event. 75% off labor. Ask about 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 18 months. And if you call during this program, receive a free $100 Amazon gift card with your free in-home estimate. Call 608-338-0590. That's 608-338-0590.
Home is dancing because no one's watching. Home is a reason to disturb the peace. Home is laughter. Home is where heads come to rest. A place to let go and a place to find again. At Stanley Steamer, we love home, and we know that a clean home is a healthy home. We're ready when you are.
Well, COVID-19 has paved the way for a robotic revolution. From patient care to park patrols, we're seeing innovation integrated into our daily lives. CBS's Ian Lee reports from London with the rise of the robot.
Spot is not your average four-legged friend.
Think Wall-E, not Terminator.
The Boston Dynamics robot has never been a lapdog, but as COVID-19 began to spread, his workload grew, says Michael Perry.
But following the pandemic, the number of applications where people are running the risk of infection, doing a very simple task like looking at something or doing light manipulation of an environment has grown exponentially.
Spot is now patrolling popular parks in Singapore, barking orders about social distancing.
Please stand at least 1 meter apart. Thank you.
The robot has also been recruited to serve on the front line.
Now we're getting requests for sending in the robot into triage facilities for hospitals.
At a Boston medical center, Spot's lending a paw by providing a buffer between healthcare providers and patients. Onboard cameras and sensors will eventually let doctors collect vital signs like temperature, heart rate, and oxygen levels. But the technology is still limited.
Anything that's more complex, that's on the level of humans or even on the level of dogs, is way far out of reach of our technology.
So Spot's not going to be taking Fido's job anytime soon.
No, we're dog lovers at Boston Dynamics.
Spot may not be man's new best friend, but he's still helping to protect him during the pandemic. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
And here's Chris, one final check of the forecast.
Yeah, look for a beautiful afternoon, folks. Temperatures will top out right around 82 degrees. The clouds will eventually begin to clear out, but look for this weekend. Low humidity, sunshine, and temperatures topping out into the upper 70s to right around 80. I'll call it a perfect Wisconsin summer, if that's what you had to name it.
All right, thank you, Chris. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have yourselves a safe afternoon.